We have to think about our diverse population here in Beaufort County.
So what is the vision? Where are we going? What's really important? What are our power standards?
So that no matter where our students are or where they go inside our district, they're offered the same guaranteed and viable curriculum.
In each of the core content areas, we have selected some units that will be mapped out at the consensus level to serve as a model. So that follows very closely with obviously backwards design, understanding by design, and assessment mapping. So all of the stuff that Beaufort County School District has stood behind is now more reflected at the consensus level.
We started out looking at our common assessments to see whether or not if we can make sure those are all aligned and are a good comprehensive view of the essential knowledge.
We use the data to look at the units that the kids need the most work on, and we're just focusing on those 3 units as opposed to the entire year.
And one of our focuses this curriculum writing for the summer is to attach I-CAN statements, which are our learning targets, to our units within our maps to help support teachers in frameworking the instruction and having a purpose and a focus for every lesson, but also for the students to give them statements from the student's perspective to help guide their level of understanding and what their focus is going to be for the lesson so that it is specific, understandable, and measurable.
We want to have a guaranteed and viable curriculum. If the student changes from one school to another school, that topic is taught during that time of the year.
One thing that I love about this is getting to work with people from other schools. It's a whole different world in the different buildings, and we're getting to collaborate and really look at what's going to help the district as a whole as opposed to just what works in our school.
It's been a really fantastic collaborative effort to hear what works for her, what works for me, how can we revise it, and how can we reach more populations. And I feel like that's something that's going to be really beneficial for across our district because we have such a diverse population here.
Is that it gives us a chance to refine what we're doing, and I can collaborate with science teachers from other schools and get ideas for labs. And then this year we're specifically going to try to work on making some changes for ESOL so that our level 1s and levels 2s have labs that are already modified for them.
Collaboration is probably a buzzword that you're hearing a lot, but it really does help us as the few course teachers in the district come together so we're all working in the same direction. And as a teacher relatively new to the education profession, these curriculum maps really help me remember that there's more to teaching my students than just the notes on the page. There's the history and the technique and the background so we can all synthesize more clear direction of where we want our music programs to go.
The feedback that we get at the end of these 3 days is profound. What it generally says overall is that the best of the 3 days was the time spent collaborating with others. So take advantage of that this week because you're going to be working with folks that teach the same content as you that aren't inside your building perhaps. And that's pretty powerful work. Those are partnerships that can be set up for a lifetime.
Having the alignment between Edgenuity and Rubicon so that not just for our EOC courses, but for our more like elective courses that we can collaborate and unify those materials that are already in place.
We have all the right things in place. We just need to get the level of implementation.
I really love the fact that we're getting rid of the fluff and going back to the standards. I wish we took the time to do this with absolutely everything that we taught.
I had the pleasure of working on the Algebra 2 map, which I created those assessments for, and it was truly an eye-opening experience. It also made me realize why I'm here, and it's to become a better teacher and to help others become better teachers. We hope that by the end of the 3 days we have, that we will have worked hard and will produce something that we can all work together with next year.